Okay, should be ready to start. At least I think so. Alright. I feel like learning and looking forward and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. But it's kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about now, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures, dear. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? Constantly. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, don't you think, dear? Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's also like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Not sure what you're talking about. Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase, dear. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even a Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible's about to happen. In your books, maybe? Oh, in your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Sayori's always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Ah, what? No! First of all, stop misreading my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That curious expression coming up from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. Now, I talked to her earlier and everything's just fine, I swear. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle it by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, do it. Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, course not. That's not it at all, dearie, no. You're the most talented person here, you know. Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person, right? So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so maybe you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind's already racing, I see. Oh, that's great, dear. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, nope. The one who truly is useless. Don't say that, dear, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand, wouldn't it? You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Oh, sorry. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you didn't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. washing pans, things like that. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Fair enough. But I do know how to bake. I'm actually really good at cream puffs. So-so at cake. But decorating's kind of weak. I'm kind of weak on decorating, so I can make the cupcakes and then you can decorate them. Since you seem to be good at that. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you'd like to handle the baking on your own. Nope may not like to be around if you only make him out to be like a nuisance. That's fair. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. I am also pretty handy at crafts, although my handwriting stinks. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Nope to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think, guys? Now, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Nope to decide how he'll contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any of that time with me yet, you know. I'm sure he's interested in, and he literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Now, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Nope, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you after all. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm gonna go with... I mean, like... I know the game probably wants me to go with Sayori at this point. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Alright. So, like, here's the thing. I could vibe with any of these three, because she's doing pamphlets, and I'm great at designing pamphlets. She's doing, decorations, and I'm really good at craft work, and she's doing baking, and I excel at baking. So, like, I could really go with any of these three. Of the three of them, Monica seems the most pleasant, but it's gonna be probably Monica then Yuri. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica then. Yay! You picked me, dear. Oh, that's so nice. Now, hold on a second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help of all of us. But... I agree. Sorry. I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Nope was the one who, that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to be making responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? Well, what are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. Wouldn't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true, but think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So, are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay. I get it. It's technically most logical for Nope to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Nope? I mean, like, realistically, Natsuki has the most work out of everybody, because doing that much baking is no joke. But I'm probably gonna go with Yuri, just for funds. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri then. Me. Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki dear. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No? I was just saying... So, you'll be helping Yuri then? No? Yeah? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I've had a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. Oh, that's just great to hear, darling. Just great. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the bacon by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over, or... Yeah, that should be about it there. You guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Maybe. Do you feel the same way? No, you excited? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Well, that's good enough for me, dear. What about you, Natsuki? Ugh. Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything! No. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Nope picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best I've ever had. They're going to go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So, Ugh, I get it. Yeesh. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Ugh. Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know. I'm not very good at it. I am sorry. I'm sorry if I said something bad or whatever. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You'd better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yay. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. What's up? I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Nor do I know where you, live. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way. Don't you? Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but then the artist would have to draw a whole different street and a whole different house, and it just, it's just easier to go to your place. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, nope. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting one reason with the most common sense. I'm really good at crafting. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. And because I'm really good at crafting. I'm really good. I was doing candle making and wire work when I was 12. I'm really good. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. You're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out you wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. I haven't been able to do crafting in like a really long time, so I'd love to, actually. It'd be great. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight in my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and releases her expression and relaxes her expression. She releases it into the ether. No, she relaxes it, her expression. I'm sorry. Terrible reader some days. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. I'd better clean! I mean, if it were my house. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time, right? That's the theory, right? Well, that was quick. It's already Sunday. You know, never mind checking in on Sayori. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. You know, I could have just popped over at any time and been like, hey, you okay? It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori's before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of just entering each other's houses like we're family. Where are her parents in this, by the way? Heck, where are your parents? Where's anybody's parents? Do any of these quote-unquote high school kids, which I say that because the game made a very distinct point of when I booted it up for the first time, telling me all characters were over 18, and that's not very common in high school, but okay, do any of these quote-unquote high school kids have parents? I'd like to know that. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, hi Nope, how's it going? I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't, come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. Yeah, if you, came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you, suddenly wanted to come over today? I don't get it. Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how'd you know about that? Sayori'd already left by the time we decided that at the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true, yeah. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, yeah. But I'm just helping her online. We're just emailing back and forth. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Well, that's no good. That's no good, nope. Why can't it just be like it's always been, you know? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all, right? You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap there, nope. But you're wrong. Nothing's happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just, seeing it for the first time? Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me sad, aren't you? Nope. I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you not know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to, get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Honey. And once again, we are back to where are your parents? Do all of these supposed high school kids just live alone? Why go to school? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me or whatever? That's what it feels like anyway. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anybody worrying about me or whatever. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond to that. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels... No. Do not tell her that you feel betrayed. No. Here's what you tell her. Hey, Sayori, why don't you come hang out with me and Yuri today? I've got to have a computer too, right? Somewhere in my house. So Yuri and I will set up in the living room with my computer. And you can help Monica over the computer while Yuri and I do our thing. And as soon as your parents come home, we will be talking to them. As soon as my parents come home, we will be talking to them. Or when Yuri leaves, we will take you to a psychiatrist. But not, I feel like you've betrayed me. No! Girl's already feeling down. Don't be like, you betrayed me. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, nope. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. So, are you already seeing a psychiatrist? Do you have meds? What's the situation? I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. And again, we're back to, do you have a therapist? That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. Can I give you the number to a hotline you can call, to a nice helpline you can call? I hear BetterHelp does great things for people. And they're actually working for better work for their psychiatrist. But still, I hear BetterHelp does great things for people. If you tried them. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. Okay, fair enough. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. Fair enough. But I don't need to understand them. If you don't need to understand them, that's cool, but get her to a psychiatrist. Get her to a therapist. Get her to somebody. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting would be a therapist. A therapist would be a great start. A priest. I will take a priest. Bring the girl to a priest. Therapist would be good. Priest is okay. I'll accept a priest. They act as therapists a lot. But, therapist is great. I'll accept a priest. I'll accept a psychiatrist. I'll even accept her parents. Where are her parents? Parents. Where are they? That's what I'll do. No. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could, have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't, understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulder and yell, "Where are your parents?" This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Nope. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Nope. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear, and I ask her again where her parents are. And again, nobody answers. Why is it in anime it always takes place in high school, but none of these kids ever have parents? No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. No, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You're not! Where are her parents? You're not doing the right thing. Parents. Parents would be the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, ooh, there's a line. Then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. Okay, she needs parents and a therapist. There, we're done. We figured it out. No? Yeah, okay. I'll make these feelings go away. You literally can't. You literally have no control over somebody else's feelings. Not even a therapist can make them go away, but a therapist can at the very least help her learn to deal with them. In a healthy way, in a healthy way, in a healthy way, in a healthy way. And if there's anything that you need me to do, like contact your parents or your therapist. Could I do that for you? Where are they? Then you'd better tell me where your parents are. You'd better tell me where your parents are. No. We're just going to skip this. Oh, I'll get mad if you don't. No, don't you do that to her. Don't. I don't know. I don't know. I, don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I, don't know anything. It's all really scary. Could we talk about where your parents are? Are they, on a trip? Are we, Serengeti? I'm assuming this game takes place in Japan, so are they in the US? Did they leave a forwarding address? I don't understand any of my feelings. Nope. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. And as she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then, I guess. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. So then do it. At the very least, be like, hey Sayori, why don't you, since we're just doing a group thing, why don't you come over to my place? You can use my computer to contact Monica, and then you, me, and Yuri, we can all chill. Until your parents get home, or until my parents get home. Until we can contact your therapist, until I can take you to the police station and they can get you a therapist, until I can take you to a doctor's office and they can find you a therapist. Are you getting a little bit of a theory here? Hope you're picking up on a theme. Of all the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Seriously, that was not the thing to say out loud. That should have been your inside voice. Maybe I should cancel. That should be your outside voice. Good job. No, don't. Actually, your outside voice should have said, you know what? I'm going to cancel with Yuri. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. Okay, then you're coming over to my place, and we're all working together as a team. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house, and at the very least, do you want to come along and help out? Okay, there we go. Step in the right direction. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? She's gonna say no to that, though. Right? She's gonna say no to that. But your best option would be like, at the very least, why don't you come along and help out? And she's gonna be like, no, I don't really need to. I don't really want to. And it's like, I get that you don't need to. I get that you don't want to. Why don't you just come on over? You can sit in a chair. You can do whatever you need to do with Monica. And Yuri and I will do what we need to do. And if you want to, you can join in. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But you can't sit here alone either. So come on over. We won't fuss too much over it. We'll just have you chill with us. It would be fun. To my surprise, Shuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Duh. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, look, at the very least, can I bring Yuri over here? I get if you don't want to get up and go down there. That's cool. I get that. I'm bringing Yuri over here. Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit our house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. No, you should be. No, you should be worrying. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No. Sorry. No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Blech. I can read sentences, I promise. I suppose that's true. I didn't, think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Also a mistake, set up in the living room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Yeah, I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No? I would be really embarrassed if my room was a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean if you'd asked. Ah! That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. Because when I space out, I constantly start opening and going through drawers. That's that's something that I do, and totally just not like stare off into space vacantly. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started, or you gonna putter around my room again, or what? Ah, yes, right. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Ooh, what kind of candles? Personally, I love the floral scents. Oh, but if it's like wintertime, I'll also take a really nice like pine or evergreen. Oh, nothing better than evergreen candles for Christmas. Of course. I want to help take our guests to like a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great! It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that would be the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use candles to light the room. It's gonna be a very dimly lit room. I hope you guys can read. Or that the podium has like a light on it. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? I mean, it depends on what version of aromatherapy, because, like, I like aromatherapy, but I think it's a little bit more personalized than a lot of people believe, because a lot of people are like, oh, chamomile does this, and lavender does that, and I'm more of like, you know, if you want me to relax, don't give me chamomile and lavender. Number one, I'm allergic to chamomile, and number two, I'm not a big fan of the scent of lavender. However, you give me roses, lilies, or plumeria. That'll relax me straight out. Not familiar at all? Ah, that is... is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. See, I don't believe that jasmine would do all that. I think it's like more of like, it does that for her. But it's not like a hard and fast, every person is going to feel that way when they smell jasmine. Heck, some people are probably going to walk in and go, oh, that smells really strong. I need to get out of here. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? Sounds suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion on anything. So I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Okay, origami is one of the few crafting things that I'm just not good at. Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. Thank goodness! What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper to the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Actually, yeah, that would be kind of cool. It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Uh-huh. Yuri giggles with Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's just the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker note. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag one more time and pulls out a pocket knife. Ah! The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Please explain. just so pretty. Please clarify. I can't help it. That's not clarify. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Not weird. I just don't look at knives that way. I see the thing I use to cut veggies in my kitchen. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you are about sharing. It's interesting thing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? No, I'm good, actually. Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. Feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! No! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's all my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Nope! 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 Red light! Nope! 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 We are in a nope situation. Nope. No, 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 no. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. You just wanted to suck blood? Nope, we're done. Nope. Nope. Red light. Nope. Yuri lowers her head and her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some antiseptic. Just saying. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, it's fine. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I've got some, I want to say rubbing alcohol, but that's not it. I've got some peroxide. I'm just gonna go disinfect. I'll be right back. Look, human mouths carry a lot of bacteria, okay? Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? No, help would be getting antiseptic and a Band-Aid. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. Nope! 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 See, she agrees. Nope, don't do that. Did you really just do that? No, I didn't. I'm leaving. There. Now You lick my finger, I'll lick yours. I'm gonna go get the antiseptic now. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. No! What was your first clue? If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. Nope. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah! I don't think I really need one, actually. No. At the very least, I need antiseptic. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the papers to the ribbon, we lay them out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move into the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What'd you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint and the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each of these tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water coming right up. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes. Sorry, wasn't doing anything. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve and putting it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. Starting with colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom, which no one will be able to see because it's going to be dark and lit with candles. Oh, neat! What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you, which is code for the writers had no idea. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. Reading is fun! Writing is awesome. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banners to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way, too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend some time with another person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me make things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with somebody can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my hand to bump into hers. Yeah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. You know, you could just give it to her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. After having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. Okay, we've already had one red light situation. Now I'm just like, here, if you wanted a little more, you do that. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingertips wrapped around my wrists send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a minute ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Well, here, we'll drape the towel over your head. That'll help. I didn't mean to space out. No, I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. After filling the night sky with dots that look like stars, looking at the banner as a whole, it's pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. But won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Whew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah! So you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I guess I could always get a pizza. I think it would be irresponsible of me to wait much longer. As is, I'm gonna have to pick up some Chinese. Japanese sushi. We're gonna have to pick up some sushi on the way home. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done right. Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen, right? Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me here today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, right? Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over and we can go out somewhere, or... I forgot you don't really like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what? You know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Nope. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Cool. Can you back out of my personal bubble? Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori, Sayori? Hi. Sayori! Just now, we weren't. She invaded my space. I didn't invite. It's okay, nope. I just stopped by to say hi. Um, well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave, so. Aw, like, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so, um, I'll, see you tomorrow. Shouldn't drop into hers because she's more morose, so. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri heads off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Yeah, well, you know, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself. You know how that goes, right? See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. Physically, she got really close. She really invaded your bubble. It makes me, really happy, you know? That you've made such good friends. So we're good. That's all that matters to me in the end, you know? Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? Nope. It's not fair. I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? I'm so sad about this. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, no? If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish or whatever. Monica was right. I should just. Monica? Monica was right about what? Should have done a different read on that. Anyway. Sayori. What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, no. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Actually, Kay's gonna start running down here because she hears me crying for the acting. And there's Kay. And K9 doesn't like it when I get upset, so this is gonna be fun. No! I like you so much that I want to die! That's how I feel. and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. Please don't. You don't know what she needs the most right now because you don't get what she's feeling. Please contact her parents. Oh my gosh, where are they? They're supposed to be in high school. Where are these kids' parents? And that's what I'm going to give you. You'll always be my dearest friend. Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seem after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best, and what will make you happy in the end. And what will make you happy in the end if I contact your parents and we get you to a therapist. Yeah? I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should go write a poem about this, I guess. Sayori, oh, it's okay. I'm fine. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please just don't worry about these stupid feelings, okay? I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so that I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right, but I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, nope. Yeah, I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can, but I can't because the neighbors will think someone's killing me. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori? I'm left helpfully standing in front of the house. And then I grab my cell phone and dial her parents and tell them to get home because something is severely wrong. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. Like, I don't know, calling her parents. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they are, to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monaco, I'm sure the event will be great too. Nope, darling, there you are. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days less important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday because I have short-term memory loss and I completely forgot everything she said. And I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Nope. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Mike, say what now? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Well, of course I do. I'm the club president after all, dear. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? Oh, teenage girls can talk, man. About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me seem like a really bad guy here. I mean, you should. You kind of are. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry, dear. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? I worked really hard. Sayori and I worked really hard on them. They came out real nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh, hey, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the one they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. That's a lot of get out of my heads. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. No. What's wrong? You know what? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, well, alright then. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, dear. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Oh, it's not a big deal to at least wait for her or to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. So, trigger warning for anybody who doesn't know, we are approaching trigger warning territory. If you have issues with such things as unaliving yourself, this may be where you skip out. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's what she needs. And what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? What is dating in Japan? Because I don't feel like that's something that your boyfriend does. I feel like that's something your parents do. Where are our parents? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy, unlike it was when I did it yesterday? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. So, they did a good job on the jump scare. I knew it was coming and it still got me. Sayori! Ish. Ooh, an exception has occurred. Yep, that's no good. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Is this a nightmare? Oh, it has to be a nightmare. Oh my gosh, no. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best for her and that everything will be okay. Why? Why didn't I call her parents? We should have put her on suicide watch. Dang it! Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thought keep telling me that everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do could bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Alright. Sorry, hang on a second. Whoopsies. So I guess we're just starting from the beginning then. Alright, before we do that, I will do a quick break and then we will get into things. Working on that. Are you trying to help? Thing is up in her belly.
Seems like she's having a ball.
She loves the deep snow. She absolutely loves the deep snow.
It's like, I don't know where to go. I'll just keep running.
I mean, like, she kind of hates it when it's just like, you know, a little bit of snow. But when it's deep like this, oh, she loves it. Alright, I am very well aware that that was probably the weirdest note to go take a break on, but to be fair, they did reset their tone, so I get to reset mine. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because of how long you've known each other. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase me down like this, I almost feel better off running away. Yeesh. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Yigba catch up with me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I've always told myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I can read. You might think I can't, but I can. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Why? Is that the only thing that revolves your world? Jeez. I guess he is a high school boy, so that makes sense. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. No. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. What a coincidence, darling. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What'd you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Now about that, darling, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and start making something special out of it, you know? In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club, of all things. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing poetry. That's why we didn't call it a book club, see. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? I know, but by any chance, he's still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I wouldn't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. And besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Nope. You know that. It's nothing, really. Well, shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aren't you, dear? And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I'd prefer selling it for cupcakes. I might have a sugar addiction, it's fine. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Nope. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Nope in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that so nice? Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. What else was I supposed to do? In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great, dear. Why don't you come sit down, Nope? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, dear. But, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something new, you know? Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, if you're going to ask me, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the pot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Oh, don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get too intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Nope, what kinds of things do you like to read? Yuri, I just said tea and reading is not a pastime for me. But that I enjoy tea, which means if tea and reading is not a pastime, but I like tea, that means it's gotta be reading. But okay. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly pokes up. Oh! It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Goodness, Yuri's voice, man. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. It was Goosebumps. I didn't. Too much of a chicken. I never finished it. I was a tell her. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, that I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a brief second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Couldn't. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president. After all, I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Nope. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Nope. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, Riley? Oh, do you really mean that now? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you're really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Nope, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? All right. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. No, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then? Okay! I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait! With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, we're gonna aim for Natsuki this time. Ooh. Not right now, because I'm not sure if it'll bring up, like, files or whatever and dox me. I don't want to do that just yet. She wants cute things like game, bouncy, pink, love, funny, music, party, hop. Time is hers, okay. Cute. Bed. Scars is her. Okay, that makes sense. Kawaii! Oh, she did joy? That's weird. Okay. Heart. Cheer. Silly. Boop. Lucky. And poof. Haha. So we're gonna go for Natsuki this time, just to see if I can maximize things. Again, now. Glad to see you kept your word in return. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. No. Ooh. That's a bad picture. Why am I drawing attention to it? Because I can, but it's there. And I feel like the classroom is shifting on me, but I could be wrong. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh no, it's definitely shifting. This desk has sank, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Ah! Natsuki, you okay? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it, I promise. Natsuki really does have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the room. Monica? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, nope. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Promises. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't, mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's been waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Ugh. You looking for something in there? Stupid Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes? Manga's one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. Oh, there it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ugh, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Oh, I get you, girl. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It probably means either it's way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I mean, I was, but I wasn't, but I was, but I wasn't. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. Fair enough. But I'll tell you one thing, Nope. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. How big is that closet? They can keep a tea set, manga, plus classroom supplies in there? Huh. Maybe that's why they always have to go to other classrooms to find supplies. They filled up this closet so much they can't fill this. Then what does the teacher do when she needs supplies? Go to one of the other classrooms and be like, I'm sorry, my room belongs to the literature club. They've got a tea set and a manga collection in there. Can I raid you for supplies? Anyway, then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Ugh. Don't just say that. Ugh. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Oh wow, how long's it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention at all? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Perhaps. Don't? Oh, that's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Yeah, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge you, much less friends who are always into it. Who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I'd say. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the stuffing out of me if he ever found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Truth! Good on you, that doesn't solve any of your issues. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah, sorry. I flipped the pages. Time has passed. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she's started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah. Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Hey, Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's general direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor, immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish the sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, no, but she's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyways, why don't we all share poems now, eh? So let's share our poem with Natsuki first. It will not highlight, which is weird. Here. I will grab my mouse. I wasn't hoping not to use my mouse, but since it's not highlighting, whatever. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine with her first. What? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, no, Natsuki reads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when I was writing this. I want to help you feel more comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, that's not that great. But let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you you weren't going to like it. No, I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's go Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time, like, writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah! So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Ugh, I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki or whatever. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? The ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street life to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but lingering in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Cool. I am sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. That's because I'm a bad reader and dyslexic. It's fine. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You into ghosts, Yuri? Huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Nope. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, I'm counting on you. I guess we're showing it to Monica. I know, but having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, no. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's short. It's sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon, yeah? Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Nope. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. I kind of reminds me, it kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Aksuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a little puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and just shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. And nobody's reported this to the teachers. I don't know how it works in Japan, but I know in the US, teachers are what's known as mandatory reporters. If we suspect any form of child abuse, we have to report it. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Let me get my phone. I see you're a fan of Monica. Thank you for the follow, Monica Posey. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. But it's like teachers in the US are what's known as mandatory reporters. If we suspect any form of child abuse, which malnutrition would be considered neglect, which would be considered child abuse, we have to report it. And since they're in high school, where are the teachers? Somebody would have noticed. I get it if we're like her parents, like in Natsuki's case, her parents are terrible. But where are the teachers? Why is nobody reporting this? I know. Stop overthinking it. Oh, okay, so your name is also actually Monica. Okay, well, just because Monica, yeah. But still, that's awesome, though. It's a weird spelling of Monica, but awesome. It's fun. I like unique names. But anyway. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side, I guess. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? What? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Oh, that's because I have to sound confident, darling. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused. So hers is the only one that continues. I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he was looking in. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are there simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? Or the sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. Oh, there must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on time in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it into words. I guess I could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain just gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Oh, the bad picture's back. Oh, it was gone for a bit and now it's back. Oh boy. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Ugh, what's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Ugh. Oh, you mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Huh, thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Huh! If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Nope did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect it. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nope liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nope appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I were full of myself, I would definitely go out of my way to make everything I did overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nope started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't concern you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki! Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy person! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Oh, be careful you don't cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What on earth is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Nope hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Ah! Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Nope! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How do they... I mean, it's really not going to matter, but we'll try for Natsuki here. They're just blurring together. Hi! How are ya? um, hey, no, but why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Just, sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved like that. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk, palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Nope. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Nope, and it would just be embarrassing with you listening, so. I guess I don't really have a choice here, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really... Okay. I feel like that's probably a good point to cut it here for today. Well, I mean, technically I usually go till 2, so I could probably continue going. I'm just kind of worried about, like, tomorrow's being super, super, super short. Because, like, I know the pacing of this is... I've watched a lot of playthroughs. I know the pacing. Okay, I think maybe we have one more day. No, well... Yeah, this is probably a good cut point. Alright, this is probably going to be a good cut point for today, and then tomorrow's is probably also going to be a little shorter. So, I'll cut it here for today. I will be live tomorrow. I am live every Wednesday to Sunday, usually somewhere around 10 a.m. And we will finish off Doki Doki Literature Club, and then I will probably start Killer Frequency, and then depending on the timing, we might start some Nancy run-throughs, so that'll be fun. But I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Well, actually, I should probably do the book first, and then we can save, right? So we're going to do the same thing before, where we're just going to aim for... Hello. Oh. I glitched them out pretty dang good. Okay. I done glitched them out real good. Oh, good. This isn't weird and uncomfortable. I will probably have some tinnitus going after this. Because of the low. Oh my. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Alright, that is where I will go ahead and cut it for today. I will be back tomorrow and we will finish off Doki Doki Literature Club probably tomorrow. And then we'll start Killer Frequency on, what's tomorrow? Friday, Saturday. We'll start it on Saturday. So I hope to see you guys back tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.